Before we dive in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more gripping true crime stories just like this. The question wasn't about money, or cheating, or love. It was about a night he thought she'd forgotten. A small detail, a date, an inconsistency. Something that didn't add up. She expected an explanation. Instead, she got a confession. No shouting, no panic. Just a quiet admission that shouldn't have existed. And in 30 seconds, her husband stopped being her husband and became the subject of a story she'd only ever seen on the news. The kind where neighbors say he seemed so normal. Their names were Paul and Diana Mercer. 42 and 39, married 11 years. They lived in a 2-story house in coastal Georgia where streets were lined with oak trees and dinner parties happened on Saturday nights. Paul was an architect, quiet, precise, the kind of man who noticed details that other people walked past. Diana was a high school English teacher. Her students described her as the teacher who made them feel like what they said mattered, perceptive. That word would come up again. By every external measure, Paul and Diana Mercer had exactly the kind of marriage that other couples pointed at. It looked from the outside and from the inside like something solid. Like something built to last. Paul knew differently. 8 months before Diana asked her question, Paul had made a decision. Not an impulsive one, a deliberate decision. Her name was Carolyn. She worked in the same architectural firm as Paul. She was talented in ways that Paul professionally admired. Paul would later describe the way the situation developed as gradual, incremental, a series of small steps, work that kept them both late, a conversation that crossed a line that Paul told himself he could step back from. He did not step back. For 8 months, Paul Mercer lived 2 lives. He compartmentalized, he managed, he came home to Diana every evening and said nothing. On a Thursday evening in March, Diana asked him one question. They were in the kitchen. She was making tea. Diana set 2 cups on the counter, turned around, and asked him, "Is there something you need to tell me? 6 words? No accusation? No anger?" Just a quiet voice of a woman who noticed something she couldn't name but couldn't ignore. Paul looked at her for a long moment, and then he told her everything. Not because he had been caught, but because she had asked. He answered her completely and watched her face change in a way that he would never forget for the rest of his life. Diana set her cup of tea down very carefully. She did not cry, not then. She said 3 words. Get out. Now, the divorce proceedings took 14 months. They were among the most civil. Just 2 people dismantling 11 years as carefully as they built them. Carolyn, when Paul told her what had happened, ended things immediately. She had not known he was married. Why did Diana ask? She had no evidence. She had a feeling. The accumulated weight of 8 months of small details that didn't add up. She asked, and he answered. And the marriage ended with an honest answer delivered over 2 cups of tea on an ordinary Thursday. Paul Mercer still works in architecture. He lives alone in a smaller house. Diana Mercer still teaches English. She has a new garden now. He told the truth. And the truth cost him everything. The house, the marriage, 11 years. Because he answered honestly. She just needed to hear him say it. She needed to know that after everything, he still thought she deserved the truth.